Watch us they can levitate and pass the walls.
And yes, thank you to our sponsors, Be Kind Boutique. Please visit the link below. Phillies reaction video. Phillies game just wrapped up. Philadelphia Phillies just got to win that. In April, you don't want to call it a must-win, but can't lose all three of those games. Should have, probably could have won all three of those games. Can't lose. Cannot lose all three of those games. Don't have a name for my podcast yet, videocast, whatever you want to call this. Thank you for watching. I am Jared Hood. This is just going to be a Phillies reaction video. I haven't done a video in a while. I was planning on doing one either way, no matter how that game ended. But definitely more happy to do one after a win. I haven't done a video in a little bit, so I figured I should get some sports out into the world. We can talk about, and I probably might backtrack a little bit after I analyze this particular win here on Wednesday against the Giants. Gabe Kapler. He took 2 of 3 in Philadelphia. We'll get there. But basically, to fast forward to the best parts of today's games, Monday lost a close 2-0 game that could have been won. Yesterday, lost a game that when Zach Wheeler has the lead that they had, it's unacceptable not to win that game. The bullpen reverted back to where it was. Today, Zach Eflin pitches well, rain delay, so it kind of makes things a little weird. Again, doesn't go as far as maybe he probably could have. Maybe that was, and I felt like it was as much strategy as anything at the time, but I understand why he pulled Eflin when he did. But the Phillies bullpen, before we got to the 7th inning today, in the last 2 days, they gave up 9 earned runs, 10 runs overall, and it was just reverting back to last season, and particularly the second half of the 60-game run last year, where it just nothing went well, and it just was the bullpen was bad all around. So last 2 days to see that going into the or after the 7th inning, in the middle of the 7th inning after the Phillies pitched, it was heartbreaking. It was a bummer. I personally as a fan felt defeated. Like, man, like it's tough to swallow after what happened last year and how the season started and how great everything felt, especially playing at home this year. Citizens Bank has been great to the Phillies, especially during this down period where they haven't made the playoffs in about 10 years. But especially this year, it felt like it was going to be like, all right, yeah, at least home field advantage. But the bullpen collapsing the last 2 days was like, well, this is not good. It doesn't matter where you play. If that happens, it's not going to work out. But get to the bottom of the 7th inning, 2 outs, and things felt like they turned around. The Phillies were up 4-1 in this game, and like I said, it goes back. They basically had a terrible inning. They went 4-1 to 4-4 to a drop ball, 5-4, and then the Phillies are losing. So Spencer Howard comes in, pitches. Well, sorry. Let me get back to the bottom of the 7th. I apologize. Went too fast there. Bryce Harper, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, hits a line drive that ends up being a home run. And it shot. It was a rock. It was like 110 miles an hour, I think, according to the MLB.com. It was awesome. Huge. And the energy, I love the attitude he had coming around the bases. I loved, the passion he showed when he hit home plate, because it was like, all right, felt defeated because of what happened leading up to that moment. And then it was just 2 outs, and it was just like, man, all right, hopefully Bryce can get on because he has been hitting well. Hoskins, man, just struck out right before that. The home run was just Tom McCarthy on the broadcast said the stat. I think that's his 5th home run that's either tying or took the lead since he's been with the Phillies. That is incredible in the short amount of time that he's been a Philly. So, look, as a Phillies fan, I can't ask for much more than what Bryce Harper has brought to the team since he signed. And today was just another great example of it. That home run was, it was incredible. It was the timing. It was clutch. I mean, everything was just, it was right. It just everything. He's been seeing the ball so well, which we just talked about Hoskins striking out the at bat before him. Hasn't been seeing the ball here. I know he made some good contact and he looked all right, but like this series particular show, especially yesterday and today, he did not see the ball well at all. We'll get back to him in a minute. Spencer Howard, he finished the seventh inning, so then he comes out back out for the eighth. 3 strikeouts for the eighth inning. He pitches 1 1/3, scoreless. His fastball was live today. I mean, that's the best way to put it. It was cold out there, right? So it was hard to get grip, and he was. It looked like it was a summer night for him, and that's so good to see as a Phillies fan because man, he he's the top pitching prospect. So like a lot to me. Cole Hamels was clearly the anchor of that 2008 rotation, right? I don't think like you're going to need him to be as good as Aaron Nola or Zach Wheeler. You've got the anchor, right? But for me, Spencer Howard can be that last piece to the rotation with Eflin, and they don't have homegrown talent. So like I said it before the season when I talked a little bit of previewing the Phillies. Homegrown talent to me is just like it's such a needed thing if you're going to be a team that makes playoff runs and then deep playoff runs. And so like Scott Kingery turning it around or Quinn or Moniak, one of those guys figuring it out in center field would be very, very huge. Because and then the pitching, very, very huge if you can get these guys that are young and be part of a core run into the playoffs because it can keep them poised and there's just a lot of benefit of it. And having basically a homegrown team, it's just a lot easier to put it makes you more stable. It makes you deeper. The reason the Phillies look like they've been struggling is because of some COVID issues. Segura with the injury, Didi with the injury. So when you talk about homegrown talent, I know I've been rambling about it, but when you talk about homegrown talent, to me, it's just important because you have guys that then can step in, hopefully, and make it happen. So I'll get off my soapbox, I guess, with that. Spencer Howard had a live fastball. That was huge. How about Matten, speaking of homegrown talent? 3 for 3 today, right? He got on base there. In the eighth inning, JT got on with a walk. Henry struck out. Hutch with the infield dribbler that kind of like got bobbled, but it was a hit. And then with the bases loaded, Reese, I mean, just not seeing the ball well. And I don't know. It just feels like most of the year. I know, like I said, he was making good contact at some point, but it just feels like a lot of the year he was kind of just poking it out there, reaching out there, which that'll work. But if you're not seeing the ball well, it's eventually going to show. And right now, it definitely just did not. It doesn't. It does not feel like he's seeing the ball all that well. I hope. Again, homegrown talent. Hope they can figure that out because him and Bohm both being on the field, I think, is huge. Like I get that Bohm can move over and be your first baseman. But to me, if you can get both those guys going, man, you're just it makes such a difference. And so that's why I'm rooting so hard for him to be able to figure it out. I know Brad Miller can play some first base. I know they do have some options, but at the end of the day, I would like to see Hoskins be the one because I think that lineup with his kind of power, it's what can make a deep playoff run. I know I keep saying that, sound repetitive. Hector comes in the ninth, gets 2 Ks for a scoreless in the scoreless ninth. I thought he looked good today. Hadn't seen him pitch in a little while, so it was good to see him get out there and pitch well. He was coming in the ninth no matter what, and I know that Girardi uses him that way, and he seems pretty comfortable in that role. So that's a good thing. I think a month into the season, that's very exciting. Hopefully, the rest of the bullpen, the injuries, and the COVID situation, all that can come together. I think overall, excluding a couple days, and especially the last two, the bullpen has been solid. It's been what you need and what you want. So Hector, like I said, being comfortable in that situation was pretty. It was a good sign to see again. Bryce got on with a walk. Brad Miller with a single. I think he was 4 for 5 today. He looked good. I was just talking about how he can play some first base. He definitely livens up the lineup a little bit for sure. And I like to see him get some at bats and see it. Look, nothing against Andrew McCutchen, but like he's struggling, and sometimes it is what it is. I'm not saying give up on him completely in any way, shape, or form, but I'd like to see some Brad Miller get some opportunities in that left field position. So, but how about the best backup catcher in baseball right now? But Andrew Knapp, listen, he's been solid this year. He's been solid for a little while. I think you can go back to last year, even a little bit into 2019. I felt like he was solid for a backup catcher. Not really. I think this year he's been very well. When he's in the game, like JT likes to think outside the box. I'm a simple kind of guy, right? So you just give me like if the fastball, if he's a good fastball pitcher, just let him throw some fastballs. Let's not go too crazy. And that feels the same way. It feels like the way I would feel about calling a game if I was a catcher. Not that I'm a professional catcher, but JT likes to think outside the box. He likes to change it up a lot. He likes to really, if Aaron Nola, even if it like he likes to just step away some things if they're not working fast. He likes to add things like cutters in. You know what I mean? He wants you to, like with Aaron Nola, to give you that example. Sorry if you're following along. If you're not, point is JT likes to change it up. He likes to try to mix it up, make it random almost when you're at the plate, so you don't know what the Phillies pitcher's going to throw at you. Knapp's like, no, this is what this pitcher does good, and this is where we're going to throw it, and we're going to have him hit his spots, and he's going to throw that good pitch. And he's going to throw it a lot, and he's going to throw his other good pitch next to that as much as he can. And then if he has any other secondary and pitches after that, we'll mix those in as need be. But for the most part, we're going to pound what we need. That's how I think you can utilize a pitcher best. I'm not here to judge JT and say he's doing it wrong. I'm just explaining why I feel like Knapp has been solid this year. And then Knapp at the plate has had some moments, but today, winning a baseball game, I mean, that's huge for this team. That's the stuff that's needed. Like I said, can't lose all three of the games to the Giants, especially when you could have won all three of the games against the Giants. So getting at least one of them, doing it on a walk-off, the day off tomorrow, going to not play the best Rockies team for the weekend. I think Nola gets the pitch at some Sunday, maybe Saturday. Velasquez, Vinny V, we can't get rid of him. He'll be on the bump Friday. So we'll take it one step at a time. Love what I saw from Spencer Howard today. That makes me excited to think that maybe down the road, maybe not that far down the road, we're not seeing Vinny V throw the ball that much, and Howard does. So we'll see. We'll see. I will backtrack a little bit. I don't have any notes about before today. Let me do this. We are presented by Be Kind Boutique, where you'll find the kindest handcrafted soap and body care. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter for details about our Mother's Day 2020 gift box set featuring an exclusive champagne and pearl body bar. Give Mom the gift of kindness this year. Links to join our Facebook group and shop online on our online catalog will be in the description below. So that's, again, Be Kind Boutique. Some really awesome soaps. I don't have any to show you like I did last time. I'm slacking. I was just so excited after the Phillies win. We'll backtrack a little bit here. So with the Phillies, the Mets series was terrible. The Atlanta series on the road was bad. So then they come home. The Cardinals series felt like it wasn't great, but got 2 of 3. So, okay, won the series. Like, that's good. So, like, if they can keep continuing to find ways to do that, win series like they did against the Cardinals, or win games like today against the Giants where it felt like it was much needed, when they play the Mets here at the end of the month going into May, take a couple back from them, keep taking it back from Atlanta when you play them at home. Don't have to be the best road team. Would like better series than what you got. Would like to see coming up here on the road, especially because you can beat the Cardinals playing a 4-game set against them after the Rockies. So take maybe 2 of 3 from the Rockies, split with the Cardinals, like it just something like that. It sounds much better than what happened last time. But still, things like getting the win on that Sunday night game where Alec Bohm didn't touch home plate and they did terrible with the review and all that. That kind of stuff worked out for the Phillies. So like keep continuing to get those kind of breaks and maybe get 1 or 2 more wins along the way on the road instead of what happened in the first road trip of the year. But continue to play the way they did at home, find a way to win the way they did today. I still have a lot of hope for this Phillies team. I really like what I've seen. I honestly do. There's a lot. Before I started this, I think talking myself into it here on the video. Before I started this video, before I said it out loud, I guess, I kind of was like, how do I feel? But like, I really do. Things are happening that you need to this point in April. We've been here before, though. So we'll talk in September about how excited we really are. But right now, it is good to see it. It's always fun when the Phillies are in it. The rest of the East isn't playing the best. That also gives you some hope. I do. I genuinely feel like maybe after the COVID situation, see if everything can come together. Didi and Segura coming back after their injuries. Right now, it doesn't sound too bad, but we'll see if they're nagging. We'll see how it goes forward. But have right now the potential to maintain without everybody. So figure out that center field position. Moniak with the home run today. I'm a Mickey Moniak fan, so I said it when they called him up. You're gonna have to give him at bat. It's like the only way to know is to know, to see it. The only way to know is to actually see it. So Quinn, you saw it with Quinn. All right, Hazley left the team because of everything. So right now, Kingery's up. Maybe you're going to get Kingery in there a little bit. Maybe you'll get Quinn in there a little bit. But overall, Moniak's got to be the one getting at bats from that position so that you can see, so you can know. So I genuinely, at this moment, today, this week, right now, for the next 4, 5, 6 games, am okay if Moniak gets half or more of the starts. Hopefully more of the starts so we can see where he's at. And if at the end of those 6 games and he got 4 starts and it doesn't look good, okay, we'll start to figure something out. But I'd like to, especially after what we saw today. Leading up to today and yesterday, not that great. Leading up to yesterday, not that great. Even yesterday, not the best. But today, great. Awesome. Home run. Fantastic. I think it buys him another couple games. We'll see. But you got to keep giving him at-bats to know. So thank you for watching. Go Phillies. Ring the bell. Sing it, Harry. High hopes. So, Jared Hood, please like, subscribe, comment, let me know. We'll definitely be talking more Phillies, other sports coming up. So, thank you for watching, Jared.